Welcome to our YouTube channel dedicated to exploring the latest insights and opportunities in the world of finance and investments, with a special focus on currency revaluation, gold and silver investments, cryptocurrency, and make money online opportunities, and more. If you're interested in staying up to date on the latest developments in currency revaluation, particularly the Iraqi dinar and other currencies, best to subscribe to this channel. Please note that the content on this YouTube channel is for informational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. We are not licensed financial advisors, and the opinions expressed on this channel are based on our own research and personal experience. We strongly recommend that you do your own research and consult with a licensed financial advisor. Also, just before we go any further, this channel has a weekly giveaway of 100 Dogecoin. To enter, all you have to do is be subscribed to this channel, like this video, and watch this video until the end, because if you don't, you will be automatically disqualified from the giveaway. We will be sharing the random hashtag keyword daily somewhere in the video, and then comment hashtag the keyword with no spaces in between in the comment section. Good luck! Now, let's proceed with the latest Iraqi dinar news and intel today. Please take these information with a grain of salt, and please make sure to do your own due diligence. Big changes are unfolding fast, and if you're not paying attention, you're going to miss it. Something just dropped from Iraq's central bank. Their foreign reserves just hit a shocking level, and there are fresh signs pointing to international integration that most people are overlooking. We're talking about moves with real implications for the exchange rate. And here's the thing, while some are still doubting or distracted by noise, the facts are stacking up, and they're impossible to ignore. Before we dive into the full updates, just know, this isn't hype. These are tangible signs that Iraq is gearing up for something major, and by the end of this video, I'm going to break down how close we really are to seeing the RV process unfold. If you click away now, you're going to miss the full analysis that ties it all together. Stay locked in. Let's get into it. From Intel newshound guru MarkZ via PDK, I'm going to tell a bank story, but won't give details so I don't get anyone in trouble. This is from a credit union. The source is someone I know in my personal life. Yesterday, I got a call from a credit union in Tennessee. They let me know they are a redemption center for all currencies except for Russian. I asked her when, and she said soon. She said, "That is why we called you now, to let you know we are trained and ready." I specifically asked if the dinar and dong are included, and she said yes. At the end of the conversation, I asked if all we were waiting for is 800 numbers to make an appointment. She said, "Yes, I know you are." Her excitement was amazing. Seeing the tellers and staff in regional banks and CUs being trained makes me excited. From Intel Guru Bruce via Wiser Now, we understand that we're going to be getting notified either Friday or Saturday of this week. We did hear from one source, he's the head of the redemption center in this area, and he said he does not go back in until noon on Friday. Could be a possibility that we receive notifications Friday afternoon, set appointments, and start exchanges on Saturday. That's what we hope, because we have heard we expect to get started this week. And the same person said that the rates on the screens were amazing. They were fluctuating before, but they solidified, and we've got amazing rates, and everything's really good to go for us. So that is very exciting. From Newshound Guru Claire, article, Iraq is moving closer to WTO membership after completing comprehensive technical responses. Quote, Trade Minister Athir al-Ghurari revealed that Iraq has made significant progress on its path to joining the World Trade Organization, affirming Baghdad's serious commitment and transparency in meeting the requirements of this important international process. From Newshound Guru, Militiaman. It's been many months, a long time, that we've heard any talk about the World Trade Organization, but they're doing it again. I don't think that's a coincidence. It's obvious Iraq is pushing to go and integrate into the international financial system. All of this is coming together quite beautifully. Article quote, Iraq has made significant progress towards joining the World Trade Organization. Integration is inevitable as far as I can tell. From Newshound Guru Samson, article, Economist, the dollar's decline improves citizens' living standards and monetary policy. Quote, economic expert Salah Nouri confirmed that the continued decline in the dollar exchange rate carries with it multiple positives that are directly reflected in the lives of Iraqi citizens. The decline in the dollar exchange rate leads to a significant decline in import costs, which positively impacts commodity prices in local markets. Citizens will be able to purchase larger quantities of goods, especially basic food items and medicines, which will help alleviate their living pressures. The economic expert emphasized that this decline reflects a clear improvement in the monetary policy pursued by the Central Bank of Iraq, noting that it contributes to reducing dollar acquisitions and speculation, thereby enhancing overall economic stability in the country. From Newshound Guru Pimpy, Iraq still needs to continue to grow, and getting away from relying on oil so much, we saw some growth in that area. We saw the percentage move from 96% reliant on oil sales in order to fund their government. I just saw it the other day, 92%. That's a huge drop in reliance on oil, but they still got to continue because any major shift in the oil prices could really screw Iraq big time. From Newshound Intel Guru FNU LNU, response to Guru MarkZ WTO 6/4/2025 post. This article has no veracity. There are meetings scheduled in August to discuss and analyze the progress Iraq has made. They have not completed the required steps for full membership until the assessment has been completed. More flowery words to keep the people from rioting. My info comes from the WTO website. From Newshound Guru Sandy Ingram, Iraq has been under increasing pressure to adopt anti-money laundering and anti-terrorism financing rules. The United States insists unless Iraq fully complies with these standards, dollar transactions will remain restricted. The restriction on dollars is causing the IQD to fluctuate. More U.S. dollars have ended up in the hands of Iranians. The Trump administration is bent on eliminating Iranian influence in Iraq by any means necessary. The Iraqi Prime Minister asked that the banking upgrades be made as quickly as possible. The parallel market rate is the cost of living rate for the Iraq people. From Newshound/Intel Guru, Walkingstick Iraq Boots on the Ground report, from Aki, much is happening with the IMF and the United States Treasury starting now. Your Mr. President Trump has a lot to do with this release, this engagement. From Intel Newshound Guru MarkZ via PDK, question. There is a banking holiday in Iraq from the 6 to 10. Cover for the RV. From MarkZ. Yes, we are coming up on an extended banking holiday in Iraq. My sources are seeing older, lower denominations from the Saddam Hussein era in circulation. I was also told by one Iraqi whose spouse works in the banking industry that they are circulating a cut sheet showing what the new lower denominations are going to look like in Iraq. That is a very good sign. From Newshound Guru Claire article, PM advisor, Iraq's natural resources are worth more than $16 trillion, quote. Prime Minister's financial advisor, Majar Mohammed Salih, confirmed on Wednesday that Iraq is moving towards diversifying its gross domestic product, GDP, sources by expanding investment in the mining sector. He noted that the value of Iraq's natural resources exceeds $16 trillion. Before ending with the last updates, the hashtag keyword for the 100 Dogecoin giveaway is commodity. Comment below if you think we are close to the revaluation or the reinstatement of the dinar. You can be the lucky winner if you like, subscribe, and watched the main content of this video. This will be for this coming Sunday's giveaway, and the winner will be announced in one of the Sunday's videos, so you do not want to miss it. From Newshound Guru Militiaman, maintaining foreign cash reserves, the country has done a phenomenal job. They have 160 tons of gold. It covers 140% of their imports and local currency in circulation. From Newshound Guru Samson article, the Central Bank of Iraq's foreign exchange reserves increased by nearly $100 billion. Quote, the bank's foreign currency reserves rose to approximately $98 billion at the end of March 2025. And finally, the last update is from Newshound Guru Pimpy. Another one I heard is they cannot become a member of the World Trade Organization unless they change their rate. That's false. The World Trade Organization cannot tell another country what type of exchange rate to have. Every country is under their own sovereignty. Their central banks decide the exchange rate, where it's going to be free-flowing or fixed. If it's fixed, they determine the rate. But if it's free-flowing, the market determines the rate of their currency. So no, Iraq does not have to change their exchange rate because the World Trade Organization thinks it's too low. That's false. Vietnam is a member of the World Trade Organization, and their currency is way cheaper than the Iraqi dinar. Now to my final analysis. As I wrap up this round of updates, it's impossible to ignore how Iraq is positioning itself on multiple fronts for a major economic transformation and a revaluation or reinstatement of the dinar. Claire's update on Iraq's $16 trillion in natural resource wealth highlights the country's serious move to diversify away from oil dependency and toward a stronger, more balanced GDP. That's a huge signal to global investors that Iraq is no longer just surviving on rentier economics, but actively maturing into a competitive, resource-backed economy. Add to that Militiaman's report confirming Iraq now holds 160 tons of gold, enough to cover over 140% of imports and local currency in circulation. This is not just impressive, it's a foundational requirement for monetary confidence and potential exchange rate reform. Samson's confirmation of $98 billion in foreign reserves at the end of March 2025 further solidifies Iraq's ability to back its currency with strength and credibility. These are not just isolated data points. They are key economic pillars that must be in place before any credible currency adjustment can occur. Now, pivoting to the WTO discussion, Pimpy continues to push the claim that Iraq doesn't need to change its rate to join the WTO, and he uses Vietnam as a comparison. That statement is only partially true and lacks essential context. Yes, the WTO doesn't dictate exchange rate levels, but it does expect current account convertibility and monetary transparency, which Iraq cannot provide at its current 1300 program rate. What Pimpy fails to mention is that Vietnam, despite having a low-value currency, had already adopted IMF Article 8 by 2005 and ensured its currency was fully convertible for trade before joining the WTO in 2007. Iraq has not yet made this move. The Central Bank of Iraq still operates under Article 14, which allows for currency restrictions and limited transparency, directly contradicting WTO expectations. And while Pimpy suggests the WTO has no role in determining exchange rates, he overlooks the fact that full WTO membership typically requires a currency that is stable, convertible, and free of multiple exchange rate practices. Conditions Iraq does not currently meet, with a managed rate of 1300 and a parallel black market. As for FNU LNU's claim that WTO progress is meaningless or just a PR stunt, that statement disregards the very purpose of WTO accession: to open access to international markets, enforce trade rights, and boost global investor confidence. Iraq recently announced that it completed its comprehensive technical responses to the WTO, a major milestone in the accession process. This means Iraq has now disclosed full details on trade laws, customs, currency policies, and financial regulations for global review. It shows serious progress and signals the final stages of economic alignment. But full WTO membership isn't just a political win, it's an economic gateway. It would allow Iraq to finalize bilateral trade deals, gain protection under global trade rules, and attract foreign capital on a much larger scale. However, this kind of economic integration requires more than just paperwork. Iraq must also modernize its financial system, unify its exchange rate, adopt Article 8, and allow for full currency convertibility, steps that cannot be taken while maintaining the 1300 program rate. In my opinion, these updates, when viewed together, paint a picture of Iraq at the edge of monetary reform. The reserves are in place, the gold is in place, and the international posture is aligning. Iraq cannot sustain this growth nor complete its WTO accession while keeping an artificially low and non-convertible currency. If it wants to be a true economic player and attract the benefits that come with full WTO membership, a change in exchange rate policy is inevitable. Whether it happens as a reinstatement, a float, or a managed revaluation, the evidence is stacking up. Iraq is preparing the ground, and the world is watching. That's my final take. That's all for the latest updates on the Iraq dinar. What are your thoughts of all the articles or news coming from Iraq, and opinions from these intel providers. Furthermore, we posted a breaking analysis the other day. Iraq just made a major move toward joining the World Trade Organization by completing comprehensive technical responses, an essential step that signals a shift toward full international integration. While this might seem like a routine headline, it's actually one of the strongest signs that Iraq could be preparing to move off the program rate and take the dinar global. In this video, I broke down how this development ties directly into the RVRI process, how it connects with IMF Article 8 compliance, and why this moment could indicate the beginning of the end for the 1300 rate. If you've been watching for the clues and waiting for confirmation that Iraq is ready, this is the update you don't want to overlook. Most people will miss the significance until it's too late. Lastly, we will continue to post videos about the recent events and articles supporting the changes taking place in Iraq, so you don't want to miss them. Also, don't forget, please drop a comment below with hashtag and the keyword and let us know what you think. If you like this content and like to support this channel, please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you get notified when new videos are uploaded. See you on the next one.